First, dear Chairman, Venerable Bhikkhus, revered masters of the Indian traditions, the excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try an experiment now. You see, I was supposed to speak for 20 minutes, it got reduced to 15, now it's 10. I have no problems with that. So I will, in some senses, talk about the paper you have. But I'll try an experiment. Is there some kind of a mic which I can use to move around? No? All right. Today we have people. I feel sorry Chinese are not here. Japanese, Cambodia, Mongolia, and so on. Let me begin by addressing them. You see, about 1,500 to 2,000 years ago, my ancestors came and met your ancestors. Maybe it was Bodhidharma, maybe it was Nagarjuna, it doesn't matter. My ancestor. They spoke to you individually and asked your ancestors to give them a hearing. Said, just my previous speaker, in a way said it. Look, I want, yes? Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's on you. Can you switch it on?
I did it. Everything nice. Well, it doesn't matter. Leave it, it's okay. I lose 2 minutes that way. So my ancestors said, give us a hearing. It's actually individuals who went there. Give me a hearing. If you find what I'm saying interesting or useful, take it. If you don't find it interesting, useful, or good, throw it. Well, why do I tell you this? Today, a descendant is standing in front of you, of these ancestors of mine. He is asking you the same thing. Give me a hearing. Take it if you find it interesting, useful, good. Otherwise, throw it. But you owe it to your ancestors to give me a hearing, because they did it also. So this is how I want to address people from Cambodia, Myanmar, Mongolia, Tibet, and so on. Why is this important, you ask? You see, there's something extraordinary, which anyway has been vaguely touched upon here, which is this. See, if you look at Europe, you find, historically speaking, of course, that the spread of Christianity in the West was possible because of an organization, the Roman Catholic Church. Enormous trade, military conquests. In short, it was a mammoth attempt over more than 1,000 years to Christianize Europe. But if you look at Asia, something extraordinary. One Chandrakriti, one Nagarjuna, I don't know, they even went abroad. 1 or 2 bhikkhus traveled. Some Indians went, individuals. No trade. There was, of course, trade, but these things didn't spread through trade. There was no church, there was no conquest. Hinduism went right up to the doors of Japan. Buddhism went beyond that. Why? Very simple answer. Is it possible that they resonated in these different cultures and societies because there really is something fundamental that unites us as Asians? You could resonate to the Buddha, I could resonate to Shankara, because Cambodia, in fact, is one of the places where you find tremendously beautiful documents. If they were not destroyed, either by the French or the Khmer Rouge. Extraordinary documents about law, and so on and so forth. So, what made you resonate? What made your ancestors resonate? I think there's something even deeper than Christianity, which unites the Western culture, unites us. And I want to appeal to that. I'm going to speak to you about that. One of the speakers warned you that I'm rebellious. Actually, I'm not. I'm an old man, 63 years old, for heaven's sake. You rebel when you're 18 years old. Well, I did. I smoked, I drink, I still continue to do so. But not now, too old to rebel. Actually, I'm a very nice chap, but people don't believe that. Still. Truly, I'm a very nice guy. So, I just want to tell you 2-3 things. I have exactly 5 minutes left. And there's one good thing of being in Europe, you stick to time. 10 minutes means 10 minutes. I'll please you. One thing. A couple of things, actually. 3 things I'll tell you. First, this is a result of 40 years of my research in Europe. And my research, I'll just tell you the theme, is to describe Western culture against the background of Indian culture. That is, that's how I started. It's become Asian by now. How does the Western culture appear to us? We know how it appears to us. We have the Pelican books and Penguin books about Reformation, about Enlightenment, about Renaissance. There was this glorious Newton, there was the inglorious Karl Marx. Fine. But you see, this is the propaganda department of the Western culture, which has told us a story. And unfortunately, all of us repeat it, mimic it, mindlessly. I discovered we don't know Europe at all. And then discovered something even stranger was doing research. I didn't know India either. Because what I learned about India, what we're teaching in our universities, what Japanese are doing, Chinese are doing, there's no difference. But I speak only about India so that my Japanese friends don't get insulted. Because there's no problem insulting Indians. They'll insult me back. But you're the guests here, so I won't insult you. So what we do in India, that's why I only speak about India, but please, it refers, the undertext, subtext is Asia. We reproduce European stories. No, nothing wrong with it, you say. Look, we also reproduce their physics, chemistry, mathematics, technology, and so on. Absolutely true. I have nothing against the Europeans. My wife is a European, my children are Europeans, my students are Europeans. I have nothing against them. But the thing is this. The secular theories of today, secular meaning so-called scientific theories, be it in political science, be it in sociology, be it in law, they are secularizations of Christianity. That is to say, I was listening to all of you rather carefully too. Let me tell you something very true. All of you are Christians. Did you know that? Which means one good thing, your souls are saved. Truly. I'm not one, I'll never become one. I have a very, very special seat, hot seat reserved in the hell, I'm told. Fine. No problems with that. But you're all Christians. You ask why? I have exactly 2 minutes. So if you want to know more, please read what I have written. Give me a hearing. Please read it. You see, we have been talking here. All of us talk today, including the Honorable Prime Minister, who is also a Christian, by the way, and I'll tell you how. We talk about needy creatures that human beings are. Right? We all have basic needs, isn't it? Well, I think it's true. I'm going to take a bet on it. In all Asian languages as well. But in Indian languages, we don't have the word, we don't know what it means. We use the word desire. So, if we say desire, it's also interesting. We talk about we have multiple desires, hundreds, thousands, millions of desires, infinite desires. Indian traditions say the following: we don't have multiple desires. What we have is one single desire. What does it do? It latches on, clings to what? To everything. And I think this is what Buddha was talking about when he spoke of grasping. He didn't say who grasps. You can't ask that question in Buddha or even in Indian traditions. In fact, grasping, he said, is a problem. What is it? Desire attaching itself now to Galaxy S6 Edge. Tomorrow morning, Meizu telephones, or even OnePlus 2, for which you have to be invited if you want to buy the phone. But one good thing about the Chinese, they are like Indians. They sell everything in black market. I bought it in Europe, black market. That's a good thing about all Asians. I don't know how the Japanese are. I think they're also corrupt, like Indians are. But it's good. You see, probably that's why you resonated to the Buddha. And that's why you produced the Buddha. In any case, so this notion of human being, desire, the Bible, it's all only in the Bible, meaning Old and New Testaments. And he says, look, human beings have conflicts, desire conflict, no? So because of this, there are conflicts between human beings. Indian traditions say there's only one desire. There is no conflict in a human being. Therefore, there is no conflict between human beings. It's not possible. If there is, it's because you're ignorant about the nature of desire, about who you are. So like this, we develop a thought which is the complete opposite of what is called scientific theories today in social sciences. For about 35 years, I've been arguing the following. Social sciences are not sciences at all, they're ideologies. We have to build a social science, and I truly believe 40 years of research that is going to come from Asia. It won't come from Europe for hundreds of reasons. So if you feel like listening to it, invite me to your college, I do a talk for about 3 months or something. So you'll understand all the arguments. But for the time being, the Excellencies, Venerable Bhikkhus, revered masters, I just want to say one thing. If you want to carry what you're trying to do today forward, you need 3 fundamental things which I don't discover here. 1, you must know the Western culture well. If you don't, keep quiet. 2nd, don't reproduce Buddha or Shankara or Brahma Sutra Bhashya here. Nobody will understand it. Nobody. Your children don't give a damn whether you have an Atma or there is Anatta. Pratitya Samutpada Buddha might have said, so who the F-U-C-K cares? So talk to them in this language, to the youth of today. You can use them. If you genuinely believe that these traditions have something to say to us today in the 21st century, which I believe, say it in the language of today. If they are raising important questions, giving us good solutions, it must be possible to say in our language, 21st century language, what it is. And this is my belief, we Asians are the only ones who developed social sciences, human sciences, 2,000 years ago. Second thing you have to do. Third, love is all well and good. You know, Christ has showed the other cheek, and Buddha's compassion. Show it. But don't forget one thing, that if people err, they need to be punished. So if you're a loving father, you punish the child if it's not learning well. Well, there is a relationship we should have towards Christian, Jewish, Muslim religions and Western culture. You don't have the 3. My earnest, very humble request to you is this: shut down the conference if you can't do any of the 3 properly. I have said. Thank you very much.